My work is about creating understanding, and it's based on a certain set of humanitarian values. Sometimes those stories take place in an office. Sometimes they take place in a beautiful garden like this one, but sometimes they take place in a combat zone or in an area under crisis. So that's what leads me to those places. I didn't go into this business for the adrenaline, for the rush of it. So whenever I move myself into a zone of combat, of conflict, it's always because there's a story that I need to tell, and I can only tell it from within that place. So the motivation for me is always the story first, not to get a personal thrill out of it. And I think that might sound obvious, but still the most important thing you ask yourself before you start photographing in conflict zones or in crisis is, why are you doing it? Why do you need to put yourself at risk? Why do you make the ones who love you worried? What right do you have to photograph other people who are suffering? So I ask myself those questions all the time, whenever I'm doing a story in one of those complicated areas. In an area of war, in an area of conflict and crisis, people's lives are really on the edge. You are on the edge. And sometimes it's a cliche, but it's really true then. It brings out the best and the worst of people. You see people risking their lives to help people, strangers. I felt that myself. You see other people just only looking out for themselves and barely caring about their own, their own family members, just to save themselves, because people are in panic. So to me, on a human level, it's really an insight on the human psyche. You feel yourself while you're under pressure. How do you react? Do you run away? Do you hide? Do you fight? You learn about yourself as well.